All right, guys, it is Thursday, the Thursday before Riverside. Mason and I just recorded episode 5 of the Purpose and Passion podcast. We did about an hour and 45 minutes. About an hour in, I had to pee so bad, and the last hour was excruciating. I should have just had him carry on the conversation when I went and peed. I feel like we cut it a little bit short, but hour and 40 minutes of good content, I think. We talked a lot about Mason's previous projects leading up until Riverside, and now up to Riverside 5, 5th year of the Riverside. So we're down at his shop in Dalton right now. He's working on the sport cross, tidying up some stuff there. I'm finishing up a few small details on the dually as well as the Corvair. Gonna get loaded up in my trailer today and get ready for the 45-minute or so haul back up to Chattanooga for tomorrow, because the pre-meet for the show is tomorrow night. Weather's looking a little iffy, unfortunately. Seems like every year there's always rain, but Mason's getting some new tires mounted up on his sport cross and dialing in some suspension. Corey is the MVP on Carly's S124 Estate wagon right now. We've all been working on that all week, trying to get the air suspension done. So we've basically got right down to getting some ignition power keyed in for the airlift 3P system. Suspension's in. We just need to finish hooking up like brakes up front and a few other things. But yeah, we're getting real close on that. They've got some OZ 3-piece wheels that are going on it, and the lips really needed to be refinished, but they were clear coated. So they stripped all the clear, and now Corey and Mason are working on polishing the lips on those wheels. So it's crunch time today. We've got a lot to do. Nikolai and Nando from Simply Clean got into town this morning. They had about a 10-hour drive from Orlando, Florida. So we got lunch with them after Mason and I finished up the podcast. They're hanging out up in Chattanooga for the day while we hammer down here for the rest of the day. Hopefully we leave tonight with everything basically done. That way tomorrow morning through the midday, we're just sorting out all the small details, and we're basically ready for the pre-meet and ultimately onto the show for Saturday. Making a mud flap hanger for the dually because the one in there is broken. That will probably work. They had this thing hung up with like hay bale, string, and like clothes hanger.
Really?
And this thing's like mega heavy. Yeah, the original hanger had broke, and this thing's gonna fall off. So I bought some flat stock at Home Depot, and I'm gonna
Great purchase, by the way.
remake it. I'm pretty happy with it. You know the paperclip dude on Craigslist?
Yeah.
You ever heard that story? But the guy that started with a paperclip and bartered up to like a house on an island. That's basically kind of how this happened.
I gotta check out the digs. Like,
Manual.
what?
Dude, that's the only reason why I bought it. Had to be a manual. But,
You know, 1 bed, 1 bath studio apartment. You know.
you see the sleeper cap I bought for it in New York City? Corey and I
No.
went down to get it. They mount on the bed right here. It sits. It doesn't go deep like this. It sits across bed rail to bed rail, and you put a mattress in it, and you crawl in through this window.
Really?
Inside the cab, and you can sleep in it. It's a sleeper cap.
Is there one that goes on top too?
No. It's the same level as the roof. I'll show you a photo of it.
That's awesome.
But it's white, and they're super rare. It's a '90s thing.
You always just buy super.
I found it on Facebook Marketplace. We went down and bought it, and it needs new paint, the cap, but to match this. But like, it's gonna be the '90s haul rig. For sure.
Have you tested trailering this with
I've
this?
moved the trailer around the yard. I haven't towed down the road with it yet, but I'm gonna haul everything up to Chattanooga tonight, so we'll get a good test drive under.
So you have to get it where it's fucking.
Yeah. Nikolai's here. Simply Clean.
What up, though? I'm tired. I'm up since 2 in the
I
morning.
bet, man. We left at 1. We got up at 1 a.m. and left. We were on the road by 1:30 on the way down here, and it took us 20 hours. So
You went straight or you stopped
straight. Oh no, we just hammered it out. But I had Corey to help me drive. When I came down for Simply Clean, I hammered 20 hours straight by myself to Chattanooga. Straight go. Yeah.
No, I don't like him driving my truck.
No.
He'll get on somebody's ass.
I can't do
And I'm
that.
like, dude, if they jam on the brake, you're gonna
over.
fuck my car up.
Nando, you mean?
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's all.
I
I told him
can't
don't
do
drive my
that.
shit no more.
No.
So I'll just suffer. I told him I was like, I don't like the way you drive my truck.
Yeah.
So I'll just suffer through it.
Somebody walks in the door, they're like, "Who's the strongest one here?"
That'd be me. That'd be me.
Who's the toughest guy in Letterkenny?
That's it. Yeah.
That'd be me.
Hilarious. but it's not quite dark yet. We are somewhere outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and my buddy James Grigg and his dad have come down out of like the Roanoke, Virginia area, and they're going to shoot the Corvair here. And today is normally when the show would be, and I didn't film this earlier, but the city of Chattanooga has been put into a state of emergency because of the coronavirus thing. And we were literally hours from the pre-meet when the mayor of Chattanooga basically shut all events with 250 or more people down completely. So Mason was forced to cancel the show, unfortunately, and at that point a lot of people were already in town. So we're making the best of it. It's rainy this morning anyway, but we got coffee and breakfast with James and his dad, and now we're gonna hang out in the rain while James take some photos of the Corvair. We're gonna make the best of the weekend while we're still here. And they're sealed beam. I can't believe the bulbs are still good. Some real nice moody shots with the lights on.
I do not have any fives left.
Yeah.
Hold on, I probably got 5 more.
Yeah, man.
I might have 5.
Later on, we're gonna be cruising around, hanging out, and then this parking lot's gonna be. So that's kind of like a workout thing.
We're in here at Bitter Alibi in downtown Chattanooga. Carly and Mason have, Chattanooga, apparently. Mason and Carly have the Riverside 5 little pop-up shop going on since the show was unfortunately canceled. Got a little TGC pop-up shop with them. They were nice enough to let me kind of tag along and take up some table space. It's been coming in waves. There's like a big parking lot meet right outside here, and behind me out here on the street. So people have been coming in and out as we are hanging out in here, slinging some merch, doing the best we can since we didn't have a chance to set up at the pavilion this year. So we're doing this, then we're gonna what? We're gonna cruise?
Yeah. We went the worst time. That's like swallowing water.
I wasn't paying attention. I waited until he took a big swig of water.
Yeah, we're gonna go cruise around and hang out parking lots. Even this parking lot over here tonight, we're gonna hang out.
It's full now.
Yeah, try to get some people together to just cruise around. I mean, it's so much fun. Last time we went cruising, I loved it.
Yeah, we were cruising around the city last night for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be out on the street again tonight, and I'll do my best to film more because I haven't filmed hardly anything while we're here. Corey came through hard and basically packed Carly's wagon on his own for the week. Mason and I helped out when we could. That car, unfortunately, is dealing with like a hot start issue at the moment, so we haven't been able to really finish that. But we got more people coming in, so we'll catch up with you guys later. We did the key rings and the hangers.
Oh, you want a shirt too?
So I only made 25 of these. I make these in-house.
Do you have a double XL?
Ashley's gonna get you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, heck yeah, dude. How are you? Good, man. How are you? Good.
Hey, anybody watching this, if John actually edits this clip together, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Episode 5 of Passion. What is it? Purpose and Passion podcast is now live with Mason Gavin. We're here in Riverside, Chattanooga, and the news is here. Channel 12 News is here. We have John Ludwig speaking to a friend Manny, and it's a great time. We're making it happen. We're making it work, and enjoy the time here.
That was good.
No one else.
All right, I gotta wrap this up. All right, this line is so good.
so old. Now I wish I brought my 700. All right, guys, it is Monday morning. It is after Riverside weekend, and I'm about to load the Corvair up because Corey and I are hitting the road back home to New Hampshire tomorrow morning or late tonight. So it is about a 20-hour drive home. I hauled my trailer up with the new F350 dually I bought yesterday with the trailer empty because the Corvair is up here in Chattanooga, and it is clear that it's going to take us probably 24 to 25 hours to get home. That thing is not fast. She's a workhorse. Gonna get loaded up. Gonna hang out with Mason for the rest of the day and go from there. All right, guys, Corey and I are on our way back home from Chattanooga, back up to New Hampshire. We're just outside Knoxville right now, and the new 7.3 is hauling the trailer well, but boy, is it slow. We're averaging maybe 60 miles an hour or something like that. So it's gonna be a long ride home, probably take us 24 to 26 hours as long as we haul it straight. But right now we're just outside Knoxville, gonna get some fuel and continue hammering home. We are currently in somewhere in Virginia. We've been driving on 81 for hours, it seems. We've been on the road, what, 12 hours now?
Days on end.
We've been on the road for days, 12 days. Yeah, we've been on the road for 12 hours now. This has a aftermarket bank Sidewinder turbo setup on it, and we're almost convinced it's not working at all. The boost gauge moves a little bit, but it only goes to like half a pound of boost. And so that is moving. So that's getting some sort of pressure to it. We've got another 5 hours at the Tappan Zee, and then it's another 5 hours home from there if you're driving at 75 miles an hour. We're gonna stay somewhere tonight. We may try to meet up with my good friend Greg, the Swoops, in Fishkill, New York tomorrow morning. If we stay somewhere tonight, I'd love to see his new shop and sit down to have him on episode 6 of the podcast. It is 6:30 in the morning. We are in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We are no longer in Tennessee or Georgia. It is cold. I got glow plugs for the F350 because it needed it. And Corey and I actually didn't install them because it seemed to be starting okay. And I knew that this morning, specifically being basically in the 20s Fahrenheit here in Pennsylvania, this thing was going to have a hard time starting. But it really started not too badly. So got it running now, getting it warming up. And what the plan is now is my good friend Greg is kind of on the way home, not too far out of the way. And he's got a new shop up in Fishkill, New York. Really cool shop. I don't see Greg often enough at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swing by Greg's shop. It's about a 7-hour drive home from here, but about 3 hours to Greg's shop. He's the guy I've wanted on the podcast since I thought about putting a podcast together. So that'll be a good time. Letting the Ford warm up now, and we're gonna hit the road. All right, guys, we are here in Fishkill, New York at my good friend, the Swoops shop. And we're going to sit down and record episode 6 of the Purpose and Passion podcast. This is a new shop. He's been down on Long Island for the last few years and has now moved up into, not really upstate, but up out of the city, basically, to this new spot. And it's a really rad shop. He's got a lot of really cool projects on the burners that he's working on from basically all over the country. And so I'm actually really excited to sit down with him and put this one out.
Get out of there.
We are in New Hampshire. It is, I don't even know what time it is. It's like 9 o'clock. We still have like an hour left to get to my house. Corey's truck is at my house, and then he's got an hour drive back south to get sorted out for work tomorrow morning. So I feel bad we're way later arriving to my place than expected, but we're in New Hampshire. The truck's doing great. So we're about an hour out, and that'll do it for Riverside 5, Chattanooga. It's been awesome. Coronavirus completely messed everything up, but it didn't stop us from having a good time with a lot of friends from all over the country, really. We had friends from all over the place that came to Chattanooga, and we still had a great time. None of us are sick that we know of, so we got to get home so Corey can get home and get to work tomorrow morning. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next episode, which may be something to do with the Century, maybe this, maybe the Corvair. Maybe we'll just go to Chattanooga and move out of here. He's down. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.